I lied about my biggest fear on a quiz show and subsequently won a car and made other contestants lose. I was 19 and broke as hell when I saw this local game show called Fear Factor Jr. advertising tryouts at the mall. They were looking for contestants willing to face their biggest fears for cash prizes and a brand new Honda Civic. I figured why not? I had nothing to lose except maybe my dignity. During the application process, they made us fill out this questionnaire about our worst fears. Everyone was writing stuff like heights, spiders, snakes, public speaking, basic stuff. But I had a different plan. I wrote down that my biggest fear was being buried alive in a coffin underground. Complete lie. I'm actually terrified of butterflies, which sounds ridiculous, but they freak me out beyond belief. The producers loved my coffin answer. They called me back the next week and said I'd be perfect for their Halloween special episode. When I showed up to film, there were 5 other contestants. This girl named Ashley, who was scared of heights, some guy Kevin, who hated snakes, and 3 others with typical phobias. The first challenge was eating gross stuff. Cow eyeballs, cricket smoothies, the usual nasty fare. I crushed it because honestly, free food is free food when you're broke. Ashley threw up after the first spoonful and got eliminated. Kevin barely made it through but stayed in. Second challenge was the snake pit. Kevin was shaking like a leaf before we even started. They had us crawl through this tunnel filled with harmless but huge pythons to retrieve colored flags. Kevin lasted about 10 seconds before he tapped out screaming. I just held my breath and went for it. Snakes don't bother me at all. Now it was down to me and this older woman named Janet, who claimed her biggest fear was drowning. The final challenge was supposed to be custom made for each of our fears. Janet had to retrieve car keys from the bottom of a murky tank while holding her breath. She did pretty well, got the keys in about 45 seconds. Then came my turn. They led me over to this wooden coffin sitting next to a pile of dirt. The host explained I'd be locked inside and buried 3 feet underground for exactly 60 seconds. If I lasted without hitting the panic button, I'd win the car. If I panicked, Janet would get it. Here's the thing though, I've never been claustrophobic. Small spaces actually make me feel safe and cozy. When I was little, I used to hide under my bed during thunderstorms because it felt like a fort. Being in that coffin was honestly kind of relaxing. They locked me in and started shoveling dirt on top. I could hear it hitting the wood above my face. The cameras were rolling, capturing every second for dramatic effect. Janet was watching from above, probably thinking she'd already won, but I was just chilling in there, thinking about what I'd do with a free car. Finally get a job that wasn't within walking distance. Maybe drive to visit my sister in Denver. The 60 seconds felt like nothing. When they dug me out, the host was acting all amazed, like I'd just performed some incredible feat of courage. Janet looked crushed. She shook my hand and congratulated me, but I could tell she really needed that car too. The whole studio audience was cheering as they handed me the keys to a silver Honda Civic. I felt guilty for about 2 seconds, then remembered I'd just won a car worth more than I'd made in the past year combined. Walking to the parking lot after filming, Ashley caught up with me. She asked how I managed to stay so calm in the coffin. I almost told her the truth, but then just said I used meditation techniques. She seemed impressed. I drove that Honda for 6 years until someone rear-ended me at a red light. Got a decent insurance payout though. The show aired 3 months later during Halloween week. My friends threw a viewing party at this sports bar downtown. Watching myself get buried alive on TV while eating chicken wings was pretty surreal. The editing made it look way more dramatic than it actually was. They added this creepy music and kept cutting to shots of Janet looking worried. Nobody ever found out about the butterfly thing.